Well, here's our Oasis B-Side video I promised last week. The year is 1998, and Oasis have recently gone from possibly the biggest act of the decade to basically irrelevant in less than a year. The band's third album, Be Here Now, while received incredibly well upon release, would later be regarded as a low point for the band by many people. Yet there still is a significant fan base for the album to this day. Following Be Here Now, the band released their first compilation album, The Masterplan, in 1998. The Masterplan is a collection of 14 B-sides from a multitude of Oasis' singles they released up to that point from their first 3 albums. Many people, including me, like to call the Masterplan possibly the greatest B-side compilation of all time, and what totally should have been released as the band's third album instead of Be Here Now. So why not take a look through the Masterplan and dissect why it's so incredible? Good idea. This is the Masterplan, what should have been. Starting off strong, we have easily one of the band's greatest songs ever, Acquiesce. Acquiesce was originally included as a B-side to Some Might Say, the first ever single for the band's second album, What's the Story, Morning Glory. And man, is this song a banger or what? This song explores themes of friendship, self-discovery, and the human experience, showcasing the band's signature sound and lyrical depth. The song's opening lines are just perfectly badass and meaningful. It's just magical.
I don't know what it is that makes me feel alive. I don't know how to wake the things that sleep inside. I only wanna see the light that shines behind your eyes.
This song is rather unique in the Oasis catalogue for one reason. Both Liam and Noel share vocal performances. Liam takes on the verses while Noel does the chorus. Now, why couldn't Liam just sing the chorus instead of Noel doing it? According to the Masterplan sleeve notes, the song is about friendship in the widest sense and not, as often speculated, about the Gallagher brothers themselves. Quote, Liam couldn't sing the chorus for some reason, I think he was drunk or something, but he just couldn't get the right notes. So I decided to sing it. When the record came out, everyone was going, it's a song about Liam, and I was just saying we need each other. We believe in one another, which was total fucking bullshit. It wasn't about that, but because he was singing the verses and I was singing the chorus, people were like, oh god man, the two brothers are like sharing their love for each other, even though they hate each other. It's like, wow, they're bonding on a record, haha. So we just went along with that for ages. This song also happens to be one of my favourite riffs of any Oasis song. Also, fun fact, this song wasn't originally going to be a B-side. Alan McGee, the guy who originally signed Oasis to Creation Records and the band's original manager, wanted the song to be a single and maybe even on an actual album, but to his dismay, the song was regulated to just a B-side. Thankfully, McGee got his wish as Acquiesce would see a release as a promo single in 1998 as part of the Masterplan. Acquiesce is simply excellent, what else is there to say? Underneath the Sky was originally released as a B-side on Don't Look Back in Anger. This song appears to be exploring themes of obscurity, escapism, and a desire for a fresh start. The lyrics paint a picture of a nameless storyteller who sleeps alone beneath a red sky. This storyteller is devoid of identity and is somewhat elusive, symbolizing a sense of detachment from the world or longing for anonymity. The recurring image of the red sky may signify a turbulent or uncertain environment. Underneath the Sky isn't exactly one of my favourite songs in the Masterplan, to be honest. I do like the song well enough, but it just isn't one I return to a whole lot, though I am aware the song does have a significant fandom. My main problem with this song is how repetitive the chorus gets after a while. Since this is just a B-side, Noel clearly didn't intend on giving the song that much substance beyond the second verse, so he just ends it with a piano solo and an outro that goes on forever and ever. There just isn't that much to really talk about with this song, to be honest. It's just a pretty solid B-side and nothing more.
Just tell me what to...
Talk Tonight was another B-side included on Some Might Say alongside Acquiesce. Talk Tonight is one of many songs on this album sung by the band's lead guitarist and songwriter Noel Gallagher. This song was written after Noel left Oasis for a short time in autumn 1994 after a terrible gig at Whiskey A Go Go in Los Angeles. Following his departure, he went home to San Francisco with a female fan he had befriended at the previous show, without telling anyone. Melissa Lim, the girl whom Noel was living with at the time, took care of him while he coped with how bad the concert was, by literally feeding him store-bought strawberry lemonade, which is directly said to us through the song's lyrics. On the way home from his brief stay in San Francisco, Noel wrote Talk Tonight on the plane. This song is played entirely on acoustic, with Noel on his own and no one else around. It creates this very personal feeling while listening to the song, almost as if you and Noel were in the room together. Talk Tonight is simply spectacular. Nothing more to add. Going Nowhere was originally released as a B-side on Stand By Me, one of the few Be Here Now B-sides to make onto this album. This song is another Noel acoustic solo song. The song is about everything Noel wanted before he became rich and famous, basically like an I Want song in a Disney musical. The exact time of the song's creation is a bit uncertain, as there have been two contradicting statements on when the song was written. In the booklet of the Masterplan, it states that Noel came up with the song around 1990, fantasizing what it would be to get a record deal and lots of money. However, in the 20th anniversary edition of Be Here Now, a quote from Gallagher himself in 1998 says that he had written the song right after the band got signed to Creation Records, which would have been around October 1993. So this song is very early on in their career. I wonder what took them so long. This song, unlike Talk Tonight, actually does have some more instruments thrown in there, such as orchestrated elements like a trumpet and violin to serve as backing instruments, but it's kind of unnecessary, because this totally could have just been Noel by himself, because the song is, well, it's written like that. Going Nowhere is great. Moving on.
Fade Away is absolutely incredible. I love this song so much, you guys. Oh my fuck.
This song was originally released as a B-side on Cigarettes and Alcohol, making it one of the older tracks on here. Fade Away is a song about being young and having the time of your life, but realizing later that the opinions or thoughts you had when you were a kid were probably wrong, while watching your memories from your childhood start to fade as you grow old. So in a way, Fade Away is a coming-of-age song of some sort. The song explores these themes through the form of a metaphor, said metaphor being when you're a child, you're in a bubble of ignorance. No worries, no bills, no relationships, no nothing. But when you're an adult, the bubble bursts, and all those things take over your life. This song is one of the more rockier ones on the album. The guitars are blaring, the drums are bounding, the Liam is Liaming. This song is good, that's it. The Swamp Song is probably the most confusing track on the entire album. This is an instrumental track originally released as a B-side on Wonderwall. This song was originally split up into two interludes on What's the Story Morning Glory before having a full 4-minute long version produced that was released as a B-side on Wonderwall, with the song also being used as the walk-on song for the band before Fuck in the Bushes took its place in the year 2000, and seemingly hasn't given it back. Good riddance, because this song is boring! It's literally a 4-minute long interlude, there's nothing for me to analyse, and the song is just really boring. Moving on. This is a live track of Oasis covering the Beatles' I Am the Walrus, released as a B-side on Cigarettes and Alcohol. This song is a cover, so I don't need to talk about it. Whoop! Oh, regular songs, how much I missed you. Listen Up is yet another B-side from Cigarettes and Alcohol. I guess they really liked this single in particular, huh? This song explores themes of self-discovery, personal growth, and the search for identity in the face of adversity. Sounds familiar. Underneath the Sky, perhaps? This song is yet another addition to the Songs That Go On Forever for No Real Reason series. And that's honestly a huge flaw I have with a lot of Oasis B-sides. The songs overstate their welcome and are just repetitive after a while. If this song was maybe 2 minutes shorter, I would like it a lot more. Nothing more to say about this song except that I like it. That's all. Rockin Chair was originally released as a B-side on Roll With It. This song is easily one of the compilation's high points in my opinion. The song begins with this really long fade-in that could be a tad shorter, but once the song kicks in for real, it's all good. This song explores themes of aging, dissatisfaction, and a longing for change. The lyrics express a sense of weariness and desire to escape from a life that no longer holds a value, with the song's lyrics reflecting the passage of time and the narrator's feelings of isolation. The imagery of sitting in a rocking chair symbolises stagnation, while the absence of a loved one adds to the sense of loneliness and nostalgia. This song has to be one of my favourite vocal performances by Liam Gallagher. He sounds really passionate with how he's delivering the lines. Sure, he's a bit loud, but that's all forgiven. Rockin Chair is solid. Moving on.
Yeah, we're on.
Half the World Away is yet another sappy Noel acoustic song released as a B-side on Whatever in 1994. This song is a bit like Going Nowhere, as the song is about Noel wanting to leave his humble home to somewhere grand and planning about what he'll do. So he's gotten past wanting to be rich, and now he just wants to go somewhere else. Supposedly the song was written after Liam and Noel had an argument in Australia, and Liam travelled back to England on his own. If Genius lyrics is anything to go off of. Now, while I really like Half the World Away, I will admit the song is a tad overplayed, partially thanks to it being one of the most popular Oasis B-Sides to date, alongside Noel playing the absolute shit out of it with the High Flying Bird throughout their entire career. But that doesn't really mean that the song is bad. I can still get huge amounts of enjoyment from this track, even if it is a little bit overplayed. And it's still one of my favourite Noel songs to this day, even if I will say that Talk Tonight and Going Nowhere are definitely way better. It's Good to Be Free was released as a B-side on Whatever alongside Half the World Away. This is slowly becoming my favourite single of all time. This song is a bit like a remixed version of Talk Tonight, as it makes reference to the infamous Whiskey A Go Go gig, which is alluded to during the chorus. Knowing Noel wrote this song, that's almost certainly intentional. No, the only real problem I have with this song is after it ends. We get about 20 seconds of the band messing around in the studio with someone playing the accordion in the background. Probably bonehead, since we know you can play the melodica if Champagne Supernova is anything to go off of. It's Good to Be Free is a solid song, but not really one I return to a whole lot, but it's always a good time whenever I do. Stay Young is the last of only 2 Be Here Now songs on the Masterplan. Probably because most of the B-sides on Be Here Now weren't really worth talking about. Except Flashbacks, that one's actually really good. Do you know what I mean is where this originates from. The song's message is summed up pretty well within just the title. The song is about staying young and not caring about what anyone else says. That's it. This song is what I like to call stadium fodder. Songs with huge, impactful and simple choruses that can be belted out by thousands of people in an arena. And Oasis has plenty of these. Don't Look Back in Anger is probably my favourite example, and Stay Young is also a great example of this. If only they actually took advantage of the song by playing it after 1998, but no. Stay Young is just alright, probably the only track I never returned to alongside the Swamp Song. Alright guys, we're nearly there. 2 tracks to go.
Headshrinker is so good, you guys, oh my fucking god!
This song was originally released on Some Might Say. I guess this one was a favourite. Headshrinker is easily my 3rd favourite from the Masterplan behind Acquiesce and the title track. This song feels like sort of a spiritual successor to Bring It On Down from Definitely Maybe, and that this song is basically a hardcore punk rock song with that signature Oasis twang mixed in there. The only difference is, this is the song Bring It On Down wishes it was. Bring It On Down was heavy for sure, but Headshrinker is heavy. It was through this song that I finally realised Liam Gallagher would be a damn good hard rock singer. Like, this guy can fucking yell. Same goes for Noel with that fucking spectacular guitar solo in the middle. I think I'm in love. This song is about a girl Liam used to date who was a, quote, pain in the ass, as Noel put it. It's written about a girl Liam was going out with at the time that was a pain in the ass. She followed the band everywhere. She's a bit of a weirdo as well. I don't exactly know what a Headshrinker actually is. Just thought it was a psychiatrist or something, I suppose. Headshrinker is an absolute banger and probably the heaviest Oasis song ever made.
Get on with it. Come on, get the count in. Where is it? 1. And it is 2, 3, 4.
Just when you thought we had reached the peak with Acquiesce, and then Talk Tonight, and then Fade Away, and then finally with Headshrinker, you haven't seen shit. The Masterplan ends with what I personally consider to be the greatest title track of all time. This song, named after the album it would later appear on, was originally released as a B-side on Wonderwall. This song sure as hell fits the stadium fodder thing I brought up back during Stay Young, but unlike Stay Young where the song feels engineered to be a stadium song, this one is anything but. The Masterplan is undoubtedly Noel's greatest songwriting job he's ever done, flat out. He will never make a song greater than this. He's even admitted to himself that this is one of the songs he's most proud of when it comes to its lyrics. The song reflects on existential themes of the idea of unity. The central lyric, "We're all part of the Masterplan," serves as a meditation on purpose and belonging, resonating with those who feel marginalised or aimless in life. Noah has commented on the song's themes himself by saying, quote, "I suppose it's about people's fear of growing old. Well, all we know is that we don't know. If you want to dance, dance. If you don't, don't. I suppose it's just saying there is no master plan." This song is not only my favourite song on this entire album, not just my favourite B-side of all time, but also a top 5 Oasis song in general. While I still think Champagne Supernova and Slide Away are better, the Master Plan is probably what I'd put at number 3. This is the only song on this compilation I consider to be a masterpiece, and I'm sure you'll be able to see what I mean after you listen to this if you haven't. This song is simply magic. This song expertly shows how Noel Gallagher might just be one of the greatest songwriters of all time, at least in my opinion, as well as being an incredible conclusion to the greatest collection of hidden gems ever.